Hey everyone, it's Greg, and it's the Friday edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. Um, yeah, it is Friday, isn't it? TGIF, what the hell? What date is it today? 28th, 27th? Well, who cares? Doesn't matter. It's Friday, that's all that matters. I got some props with me today. Uh, I spare no expense for this cheap little show that I do every day. But the other day I was oh, by the way, my friend Bud is here with me today. So say hello, Bud. Say hello, Bud. He doesn't. He's 100. Now that Bobby the dog has died in Portugal, God rest his soul, I think Bud is now the oldest dog on earth. How old are you, Bud? 108, he says, 108. So it could be. I have I have no proof of that, but we're going to take Bud's word for it. You want to treat? This has become a staple of the show. Every day, Bud comes and begs for treats, and here it is, lean treats. I stack on these myself, Bud. They're good for Dalmatians and for people who do podcasts. All right, there you go, Bud. I can get this open here. So anyway, by the way, you know, I've been trying to get over this Phillies thing. I'm trying. I really, really am. Because, one of the pardon the noise. Doesn't it look appetizing? There you go. It's steak too. Tiki. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Now, one of my mantras or whatever you call it is like the great Jimmy Buffett said, breathe in, breathe out, move on, right? Don't dwell on stuff. Just move on. It's not going to matter 100 years from now, right? Just move on and keep going to the next thing. I've tried. That's what I'm trying to do with the Phillies. Yeah, I was so invested in the Phillies. I just, the Phillies are my team. When they choked like dogs, sorry, bud. I, I am really, really am sad. I'm trying to get over it. Well, I told you this story. We had a rock outside in the rock garden and a Phillies rock, with a red pea on it and stuff. So went out the morning after the Phillies choked, the morning after the Phillies lost, which was Wednesday morning, went outside and the rock was face down in the garden. Now, I don't know how it happened because we didn't have a storm overnight. We didn't go out and push the rock over. I don't think anybody came on the property and did it. It just happened. It was like a sign from God. It just happened. Well, anyway, to show you the proof, here is the rock. There it is. You see it? Got the P on there. Yeah, there it is. And I'll reenact the scene. So what happened was, went out in the garden, found the rock face down like this. There you go. So there you go, huh? Almost like Craig Kimball. It's just like that. It's actually not even a rock, it's a plastic thing. I think I got it from the Philly store, I forget. But it's just I'd throw it if I could. Try to get over it. But it's here. Here. You know what happens when somebody breaks your heart, like in a relationship, you get your heart broken. That's what it was like with this Phillies team, because we fell in love with these Phillies. They fell in love with us. They were rock stars. Girls were screaming. They were almost like the freaking Beatles. And you get your heart broken. It takes a while to bend your heart, right? And one way you bend is, you're right, bud. One way is you have to fill the emptiness in your heart with something else. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe you invest your time in work or bingo. I don't know why I thought of that. Like charity, you work. So you have to fill the emptiness in your heart and soul, right? That happens with anything in life, right? Right, bud, right. He keeps chiming in down here. Uh, so what happens is now we are all in on the Eagles, and there it is. There's Swoop. You see, this is our next garden gnome. Instead of the Phillies rock, which we're getting rid of till next spring, this is the Swoop. And you can see he's holding a little shovel there and a football, which it kind of doesn't make sense. And why the shovel? Why the football? But we're going to put him out in the garden now, and he's going to hold court for until the Eagles choke. No, you know what? I'm very into the Eagles. I have a lot of faith in them, and I think they're going to go back to the Super Bowl again. And this time they're going to win it. Damn it! I'm tired of Philadelphia being the city of losers. We have to have a winner, right, Swoop? Why is it that we're getting to the cusp of championships, but we're not winning anything, right? I mean, what is it, right? Let's Swoop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay. So he's going in the garden. Okay, Swoop, there you go. And the Phillies rock can go to hell. Okay, so what's in the news? Well, in the news, have you seen now around the Philadelphia area this Prince Albert, the son of Grace Kelly? She was an actress. She married Prince Rainier and went to live in Monaco. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, was she beautiful? Everybody talked about Marilyn Monroe, and she was hot too. But Grace Kelly was a beautiful woman back in the day. And so her son, Prince Albert, is in the area. He's touring the area. He went to the zoo yesterday because he donated some money to the zoo, and pretty cool. But every time I hear about this on the news now, Prince Albert, I think of my youth because when Prince Albert, there was a tobacco named Prince Albert when I was growing up, and Prince Albert in a can. And, as kids, we didn't know any better. We used to do pranks and call like the local pharmacy or local store and say, "Hey, do you have Prince Albert in a can?" "Well, yes, we do." "Well, you better let him out before he suffocates." Click, hang the phone up, down, That, we got kicks that way. I don't know. It's better than smoking the wacky weed. But anyway, so that's what I think of every time they say Prince Albert on the news. This guy is traveling around here. I think of that old prank. Speaking of which, here in Pennsylvania, it's like 79 degrees today, the end of October. Isn't that odd? But it's nice. It's nice, and we know winter's coming. In fact, next week is Halloween, and it's only supposed to get up to 53 next week. So you want another one? Jesus. All right. So but when I was a kid, back in 1894, I always knew of this time as Indian Summer. Did you ever hear that, Indian Summer? Uh, uh, meteorologically, you have to have the first frost. You have to have a frost, and then warm days after that was called Indian Summer. Now it can't be just one warm day. or two. It's got to be an extended amount of warmth. And then it would be categorized. Oh, he left. That guy. There he is. Then it would be Indian summer. Yeah. But now I'm thinking you can't call it that anymore, right? Because everything is politically correct. So what do you call it now? You don't call it Native American summer, do you? I don't know. I don't think Indian summer was that bad of a term, right? It was kind of good because I loved Indian summer. I know, you know, you get the September and then October, it's a little chill in the air, and then you get all of a sudden you get this burst of mild, warm temperatures for a couple of days, and it feels like summertime again, and you want to go out, grill outside like you used to, and you want to go do things like you used to. But now there's football. You know what I loved about the fall? Burning leaves. You ever get burning leaves? I don't think they do that anymore. I think most boroughs, most towns, there's an ordinance against burning leaves. But I used to love that smell. Remember that smell of burning leaves in the air? That was a smell. That was the scent of fall, of autumn, Indian summer. And then most likely, more often than not, as soon as Indian summer left, it would start getting really, really cold. And then you start losing the leaves off of the trees, and everything is brown and bare. Ugh, I don't want to depress myself. Ugh. Speaking of which, brown, isn't brown a stupid color? Sorry, bud. That's brown is. Black. Everybody thinks, oh, black is like the most depressing color, and it is. But think of it, black people wear black. They wear black. Black is considered a dressy color. You wear black, black tuxedo. You out to dinner or something. Black is very formal, But brown, who wears brown, right? Other than the monks in the monastery, they wear brown. Nobody really wears brown. Think about that. Nobody wears brown. And think of your sports teams. Aren't too many teams that wear brown. San Diego Padres wear brown. Football, the Browns wear brown. Well, that kind of makes sense. The Browns wear brown. I can't think of any NBA basketball teams that wear brown. And hockey teams. Brown to me is a more depressing color than black. Do you agree? I just I just don't like it. And brown to me signifies wintertime. The bare trees, the leaves on the ground, brown. That brown is worse than black. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Well, I guess that's about it. We had fun today with our Phillies rock. Get one last look at this thing before it goes we're back in the closet. There you go. There it is. And yeah, it's going back. I don't want to see it. I don't want to touch it. You know what? The World Series starts tonight, and I don't care. I'm not watching the World Series. Are you? I'm not watching it. I mean, wow, what a matchup. Arizona versus Texas. Duh. I mean, who's going to watch that? Prairie dogs? It's stupid. Stupid. I don't even want to think about it. No World Series for me. Instead, I'll look forward to Sunday when our birds, there he is. Swoop. Our birds face those Washington Commodes on and there it is. Another victory. And next week, these birds are facing The dreaded evil Cowboys. We're going to have fun next week talking about that. Those stupid evil Cowboys. Okay. All right. Swoop, say goodbye. Say goodbye. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching today. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good Friday. Go Eagles and Flyers. You see, I'm on the bandwagon. Bye, bud. Say goodbye to everybody. Well, he doesn't care, is it back? Look at him. Look at him. Bye, bud. Bye. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you tomorrow.